Hey everybody, welcome to the Mediocre Cover Band Guitar Guy. Imagine you're in a band, okay, and it's an awesome band. You got great players. You just did a really great, awesome gig. Everything just went well. Everybody played well. Everybody enjoyed your band. You had a full house. People danced and drank, had a great time, all because of you. Everything is perfect. You're feeling so good. And you look across the stage and you go, oh yeah, that guy's a dick. This happens. And I've said before to people, no, it's not necessary to be best friends with the people you're in a band with. You do have to have a common ground, obviously, some chemistry, musically or whatever. And a lot of bands don't have situations where people are what I would call friendly. I've been in bands where, you hung out with the guys in the bands, like, hey, what are you going at on this night? We're not playing. Let's get together and do something that's not band related, and have our friendship the way it used to be, that kind of stuff. And I've been in bands where if you were a couple of weeks between gigs and rehearsals, you didn't speak to that person. And then I've been in bands where, and it was nothing personal, don't get me wrong, that I didn't speak to them. It's just that as a person, we had different interests, different friend groups, different lives for all these years. I mean, when you get up in age, this kind of thing happens, right? But I've also been in bands where I didn't socialize with a member, because they weren't a nice person. They were very hard to get along with, very self-serving about themselves, not cooperative, you name it, contrary, grumpy, whatever word you want to throw in there, just outright not a great person. And I played in bands where people did whole shows drunk, but I still got along with them as a person. But there's just sometimes you get that one individual who just does not want, they don't want to do any of the songs that you're suggesting. They don't want to play any of the venues that you're suggesting. They don't want to go and do this. They don't want to do that. They don't want you to play that guitar. They don't want to, there's so many things. They just fight you on everything, but they're a great musician. You do have choices though, okay? That's the thing you got to remember. You can either put that aside and say, I'm in a great band, we're booked a lot, I don't want to screw with the chemistry and fire somebody, kick somebody out, or quit myself because this band is great, And if you've got that in you, that's great. Unfortunately, I don't think I do. I think I carry too much stuff. I think I take too many things personally and I wear it all on my sleeve. And it's hard for me to not to be able to turn it. Like, it doesn't wash off my back sometimes as easy as some people. Some people can roll with it and go, okay, that guy's a dick. I don't care. I want to play music. I want to play these venues. The band is working right now. Let's just keep it like it is and play the gigs, even though that person's not a person that I would normally associate with on other circumstances other than playing music with them. So you can do that, or then there's, like I said, the option B, you can quit or have the person fired. But before you do that, like I said, you have to weigh out the pros and cons of getting rid of people. Some members of bands, obviously, they're, I guess it's alchemic, and your playing relationship is great. Not so much outside or personality wise. And if you remove that, then all of a sudden things start to fall apart. You could have somebody who's really not great to get along with, decent musician, and when they come out, you replace them with somebody who's rays of sunshine and they fart cinnamon, and they're just so beautiful to be around, but there's no chemistry as a musician. So there's the reverse of that. So you have to be careful and weigh out those options. And this is a conversation I had with somebody a while back who was going through this with a band member. They were just like, man, the guy is just so squirrely. Like, you can't talk to him. If you say, hey, how's it going? Like, it's a nice day out. It's like, yeah, it's not really that great out. I got this happening, that happening. Or, hey, we should do this song. It seems to be going over really well and people are dancing to it. No, let's do this song. Yeah, but no one's going to enjoy it. So what? As long as the band is having fun. Like, you got the options there, right? I mean, if somebody's going to, like, impede your success in getting gigs, like, because the whole, if you're wanting to be a gigging band and somebody's impeding that by getting gigs, we're not talking about money or anything, but like just even simply getting booked into bars, because one band member can drag a whole band down too, because they go into a bar and they're acting this way around bar staff. The bar staff goes back to whoever's booking the venues and booking the gigs, and they're like, not dealing with that person anymore. You bring that band back in here, I'm out. Then, if it's a good employee that a bar or a venue doesn't want to get rid of, they're gonna not bring you back. It's that simple, right? One has to go, one has to stay. There's a million bands out there that can go in and do what you're doing. So, weigh the pros and cons. One of the things I always say, and I said it in the video about do bands really need two guitar players, sorry, is that you need to have those conversations. And I had to do it a few years ago with a guy. I was like, you can't boss the bar staff around and use them to bring drinks to the stage because you requested that a while ago and they got really angry and reached out to us. They reached out and said to the person in our band that was the liaison for bookings, this happened on Friday and Saturday night. We've got bar staff, but they're not there to basically cater to the band. If somebody needs a water bought up, like, when you're during a set and they didn't get a chance to get it, that's fine. But when you're getting alcoholic beverages, we'd appreciate you get them during your breaks. Okay? If we had wandering, like this bar did not have staff going around and doing like seating or anything like that. They were just strictly behind the bar. And the bar is like slammed and the bartender has to leave behind the bar and bring up a beer to the rock star on stage, then, But I had the conversation with the individual and they're like, okay, I didn't realize that was such a problem. And they said, like, I won't do it again. I'll make sure whatever I'm doing, I'll do, without bothering them. And it was great and it worked out for a little while longer. For a little while. Shit happens, right? But you got to have those conversations. Once again, that's probably going to be the thing you're going to hear from me a little bit now in talking about bands, is have a conversation with everybody and make sure everyone's clear of what the band is doing. It's none of your business what somebody does outside in their personal life, but if you're in a band with them, it is your business. Literally, it's your business, right? You're trying to get yourself booked into things, and people that take it seriously and they want to proceed to grow and bring income into the band and into their households and things like that, then that affects it if a person has that personality. Okay? Anyway, that's all I have to say for this evening. Really appreciate the support on the last couple of videos. Doing really well. Had some really great comments, and I appreciate those. Some different insights, some things that make me sometimes go, oh, okay, I didn't think of that. And done in a very adult manner, and I appreciate that. Sometimes you need your eyes open, right? Or to respect a different opinion or see a different side of a story. And you guys certainly do that sometimes, and that really is awesome. So keep it up, subscribe if you want to, like if you want to. I can't make you, unless you were here. I'm a pretty big guy, so I could probably intimidate you into it, especially if I took my shirt off. All right, see you next time.